then Marshall, then Thomas, Tim, Jeff, Ben, and James. Drivers ready. Marshall's on your toes. I will call you by names. Brad Shearer, Matt Wilbert, CJ Weissenberger, Marshall Couillard, Thomas Kreuser, Tim Trzebiatowski, Jeff Wood, Ben Bliss, and James Poleske. The time we're shooting for is Brad Shearer's 19.509. And we are coming out swinging. Brad with a 15.7, Wilbert 16.0, Kreuser 16.2, and the same for CJ and Marshall. 15.4 on lap 2 for Shearer, 15.6 for Wilbert. Here comes the leader down the stretch across the line, the champ, Brad Shearer. That brightly colored car, it's blue and yellow, some kind of pink-yellow wheels through the center section, lining up the triple. Textbook for Brad Shearer. He's on a 20-lap run early in this one. Wilbert, Weissenberger, and Kreuser nipping at the heels. Timsky in the fight. Marshall right there. Then a little separation of Bliss, Wood, and Poleske. 110 down. Lots of time to work with. The champ looking to seal it here in the third round. He's coming up the right-hand side and down the backstretch. Another sharp lap off of Brad. All 5 of his laps covered by about 0.3 of a second. Shearer consistent and fast on the front end. Weissenberger already 3.5 seconds behind Shearer, but he's ahead of everyone else. That'd be Matt Wilbert, Ben Bliss, Timsky, Kreuser, Couillard, Wood, and Poleske. 15.2, new hot lap of the race for Brad last time by. Absolutely hooked up. Right over the top for Shearer. That's how it's done. He still maintains a 15.5 that lap. Right in his wheelhouse. 20 and a 10. Now Wilbert up to the 2. Weissenberger down to the 3. Kreuser right there. And Bliss as well. Timsky in the fight with Marshall, Poleske, and Wood. 15.0 from the champ right there. Shearer setting 15.0s. I'm pretty sure Cole went, what, 14.8? 14.7 in open mod. Brad got a little aggressive on the right-hand side. He's going to pay for it here, but he's still on a solid TQ resetting pace. Triple landing, triple landing. That was the second-place car, CJ Weissenberger. That should move Wilbert up a spot. Ben Bliss right there putting in a good run early for Bliss. Then Kreuser, Timsky, Marshall, Poleske, and Wood. 2:20 to go. Shearer, Wilbert, Bliss right now doing what he's got to do. Then Weissenberger, Kreuser, Timsky, Couillard, Poleske, and Wood not doing enough. 2 minutes to go. Watch at the end of the triple there. Rough break there for Brad, but he should still maintain a lead. He had a 10-second lead going into that. CJ sets his hot lap, getting the fire started. Right now, the story looks like it's going to be Ben Bliss. Ben Bliss on the pace he needs. I'm sorry, Ben. I said your name. That's no longer true, but he's knocking on the door. Brad's TQ looks safe. I don't have much affecting the qualifying order here. We got 1:20 to go. Bliss and Kreuser are going to be the race. They're within 0.2, and that might be the last spot in the A-main. We got 1:10 to go. Shearer's TQ looks pretty safe. Wilbert and Weissenberger are within range, but he's going to reset it better. The story is the Kreuser, Timsky, and Bliss battle for the 4, 5, 6. Kreuser, Timsky, and Bliss all within the same second. Then separation to Marshall, Jeff, and James. We got 55 seconds to go. Kreuser on the good side of the A-main line. Ben Bliss and Timsky on the other side right now. Kreuser gives it up off the end of the triple. He's going to have to get it back now. We got 40 seconds to go. Bliss and Timsky trying to push for those last spots in the A-main. Ben in the gold and white going down the backstretch. Timsky in front of the driver's stand lining up that center section. We got 30 seconds to go. It is very tight for the last spots in the A-main. The front looks like it might be decided at this point. Good anger lap there for Kreuser. He gets right back into it. Now Kreuser's back into the A-main. Bliss knocking on the door from the 9. He needs to find a couple of tenths here in the last 2 laps. Shearer, Wilbert, and Weissenberger might be decided. It's between Kreuser, Bliss, and Timsky for the end of the A main. Marshall, Wood, and Poleske are done. Keep going until I tell you to. Keep going until I tell you to. Keep going. No one has finished the race. Whether or not they just were called done, I'm sorry about that. That's a bad word. Shearer, you are done 19 and an 02. Resets TQ at the end. Kreuser caught at the line, but it's 18 flat. That should get it done. Timsky, you're home. Wilbert's done. Wood is done. Bliss is done. Just looking for CJ and James. That's a race. Kreuser gets it done. Gets back into the A main. Hangs onto the spot. Bliss just missed. A half a second cost Ben Bliss from the A main. Just a little bit more, he'd have been all the way up to the 4th or 5th spot. Your top 8 in two-wheel drive going to be Shearer, Wilbert, Weissenberger, Danny D on the 4, Marshall on the 5, Kreuser on the 6, Scotty Ernst on the 7, and Ken Napick Jr. on the 8. Your BQ going to be Ben Bliss, then Sorgen, Timsky, Wood, and Poleske in one of the best two-wheel drive B mains I've seen in a long time.